Those who are not on mute, I will request them to please mute themselves. We're about to start the session. So, very good afternoon to one and all uh, who has joined us in this on this second day of this faculty development program, the part 2 of this faculty development program on approaches of engineering pedagogy to improve the quality of teaching in engineering education. For our today's session, we have our honorable guest with us, who is ex-manager of Special Process in Tata Aeronautics Limited, and currently he is director of two newly formed startups. He holds a BTech degree in mechanical engineering and a master's degree in business administration. He has around 23 years of experience of working at managerial designation with top companies like Tata Advanced System Limited, Mahindra and Mahindra Limited, Saint-Gobain Abrasives Limited, KEC International, etc. Along with this vast experience as a production manager and special process manager, he also has more than 20 years of experience in training and development of employees who are working at managerial designations. In MNCs, he is known to resolve the complex issues, both technical as well as functional, along with the process-oriented issues. He is especially famous in Mahindra and Mahindra Nagpur for resolving conflicts amongst employees and management. He has also been an invited guest in national level panel discussions on various TV channels like Z News, ABP Maza, TV9 Marathi, Z 24 Tas, and Akashvani Nagpur Kendra. Today, he is with us as an expert guest to deliver a session on revolutionizing education to meet future industrial demands. Mr. Amol Pusadkar, sir, it is a matter of pride for us to have you as an expert guest for today's session. Now, I will request you to please start the session.
Okay, sir. Thank you. I want to welcome all of the faculty members, and I must say thanks to those who organized this program, and thanks to Abhishek sir also. What is the need of revolutionizing education? So this is first question, and second is what are the industrial demands and why those industrial demands must get fulfilled. So before going to the topic, I want to share one story with all of you. What happens because of some educational tour, a group of students visited one village. In that village, when they visited, they observed that one farmer was working in his farm. And what they observed, there was a bull who was traveling around one designation, and because of that, some work is going on there, so it is going on. So when they observed that thing, they went to the farmer and they asked him, "Sir, what are you doing?" So he told them that I am taking rest, and I am taking rest in the shadow of this big tree, and my work is going on. So they asked him that you are taking rest because of summer, and it is your some rest period. But because of you, but still your work is going on. How you come to know that your work is going on well? So he told them that my bull is taking round of that stone, and because of that, all the work which I assigned, it is going on. That time, one student asked him, "Sir, but if the bull stop his work or stop the rotation, then how you come to know that the bull is taking the rotations or not?" That time, the farmer replied that it is very simple. There is a bell which is hang or tied in his neck. So when he is walking, that time the bell is belling. That's why, because of the noise or the sound of the bell, I can understand whatever is going on there. That time, again one student asked him, "Sir, but if the bull stop his rotation, and if he start only only ringing the bell with the help of his neck, and if he only rotate his neck and the bell can get a sound to you. So how then, what will you do that time? Then the farmer smiled, and he told them that I the bull will not do so because I have not sent him to some college or some other institution for such type of education. So, moral of the story that the people are very smart enough in nowadays, but they are something back in the hard working, and the people who are very much very good in hard working, they are not they cannot match up the actual speed of the companies or industries or actual requirement. What is the gap? The gap is between actual requirement, what the industry needs from the students or from the educational institution, and what we are providing to them. Because industries are the ultimate customers for the educational institutions. And
Sir,
educational, yes, yes,
sorry to interrupt, sir. That was
yeah.
a really interesting story. But I will request you that for some of the members, if you will just repeat the story in Hindi, that will be really really great, sir. Only the story, and then maybe once again we will shift to English, because there are few members from outside India also who have joined us. But the story, it is a request on behalf of organizers of this faculty development program, please.
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड, थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सर।
Yes.
जैसे बहुत बार हम लोग एजुकेशनल टूर के लिए जाते हैं एनएसएस के द्वारा या किसी और चीज में, तो ऐसे ही एक गांव में एक विद्यार्थियों का ग्रुप जाकर पहुंचता है, और जब वो वहां पर जाते हैं और वहां पर सर्वेक्षण करते हैं कि गांव में क्या चल रहा है, फार्म्स कहाँ है, फार्मर कहाँ पर काम करते हैं, क्या करते हैं, कौन सी एक्टिविटीज होती है, तो वो सब बातें देखते रहते हैं कि गांव का जीवन कैसे होते हैं। तो ऐसे घूमते घूमते वो एक खेत में जाकर पहुंचते हैं और वहां पर देखते हैं कि एक फार्मर एक झाड़ के नीचे लेटा हुआ है, बड़े वृक्ष के नीचे लेटा हुआ है, और एक बैल जो है वो एक किसी चीज में उसको बांधा गया है, और वो गोल 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 उसके राउंड में चक्कर ले रहा है। तो ये सब जब देखते हैं तो वो उनको पूछते जाकर कि भाई साहब, आप तो यहाँ पर लेटे हुए हैं, तो आप क्या कर रहे हैं? तो बोले मैं थोड़ा आराम कर रहा हूँ। तो बोले आपका काम क्या हो रहा है? तो बोले मेरा बैल जो है उसको मैंने लगा के रखा है, वो अपना काम कर रहा है। तो फिर वो पूछते हैं कि आपका जो बैल है वो काम कर रहा है और आप तो लेटे हुए हैं, आंखें बंद है आपकी, तो आपको कैसे पता चलेगा कि आपका बैल जो है वो काम कर रहा है कि नहीं कर रहा है? तो वो कहते हैं कि नहीं, मुझे पता चलता है। तो बोले कैसे पता चलता है? तो बोलते हैं देखो कैसा है कि वो गोल गोल घूमते रहता है, तो उसके गले में मैंने एक घंटी बांध के रखी है, तो जब वो घूमना बंद कर देगा तो वो घंटी जो है वो बजना भी बंद हो जाएंगी, तो मुझे समझ जाएगा कि ये बैल रुका है या किसी चीज के लिए रुका है, या ज्यादा टाइम अगर वो साउंड मुझे सुनाई नहीं देगा तो देन आई विल, मैं उसमें उठकर देखूंगा कि क्या चल रहा है। तो उसमें से एक विद्यार्थी बड़ा होशियार था, तो वो पूछ लेता है कि भाई साहब मुझे बताइए कि अगर ये जो बैल है ये ना बिना घूमते हुए अगर वहीं पे खड़ा रहे, एक जगह पर शांति से छांव में खड़ा रहे, और केवल अपनी मुंडी ऐसे 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 अगर घुमाते रहे, तो जो बेल है उसके गले में घंटी है वो तो बजती रहेगी, ऐसे ऐसे करेगा। तो जब वो फार्मर उसका सवाल सुनता है तो बोलते कि भाई मैंने इसको कॉलेज में भेजा नहीं है, बोले इतना स्मार्ट ये नहीं है, तो ये मैंने जितना उसको काम दिया है उतना जरूर करेगा, और मेरा जो एक्सपेक्टेशन है वो इससे 100% फुलफिल होते रहता है। तो दिस वाज द स्टोरी। ओके सर। तो
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yes sir, so moral of the story क्या है? The people are smart enough nowadays because all are versatile in various softwares and other things, and they are very very smart people nowadays, but they are not enough hard working, or they cannot match up with the industrial needs and what the industry is expecting from themselves. That's why in a year or 2 year or 3 year they get frustrated because of the industrial atmosphere, and they don't want to continue with the industries, and that's why they want to change their career line also. So in the case, we must understand what are the needs of the industry and what is the need of revolution in education, because 100 years back or 200 years back or 300 years back in our country, there was a system in the villages. All the villages were very good, and all the villages are providing the need or whatever the people are expecting from the village. So they are satisfying the needs of the people, and they are also providing them some work or some means of employment also. That's why people don't need to go in the cities. But in the last hundreds year, after the industrial revolution in India, what happens? Industry started in India, and as the industry started in India and all, it got started in big cities. And why in big cities? Because the transportation and other facilities were there in the cities, and that's why industries were in the cities. And because as the industries need some manpower, technical, non-technical, skilled or unskilled, all type of manpower is needed by the industry. That's why people started moving from the villages towards the cities, and they are getting the jobs in they were getting jobs in the cities, and that's why lot of movement of manpower from the villages to the cities happened, and it increases crowd in the cities. It created a lot of problems in the cities of employment as well as living and living standards and all those things, and it greatly impacted on our culture as well. But we cannot stop these things. We cannot ask anybody to not to come in the cities, not to join the industries, and you are from villages, so be in villages and do some farming. Because all the people who are working in the villages also in the 2 or 3 or 5 acres of land, uh, when their family got spread, that's because of that they are in the deficiency of the land, and the same type of land with the same type of traditional practices or some advanced practices, the needs of the family not get completed because of the output came from the land or farm. So this is the case. That's why people are transferring from villages to cities. But as they are coming to cities in the search of employment, they are coming, but they are going to, or they are contacting with the industries, and the industries are employing them as a unskilled laborers, or if they are ITI or diploma pass, or they are getting the employment in the industries. But still the BE people or the graduate engineers are not getting as much requirement of the institution or the people, or the pass out students. The jobs are very less as compared with the rate of passing and with the rate of industrial jobs available or the vacancies available in the industries. And that's why the industries require now. There is a disproportion of supply and demand, means the industries has a less demand and the supply is very big or very large. That's why the industries is now a right of choice, so they can choose a better and better candidate for their industry or for their company. And that's why they need a good quality of material from the education institutions. And what is the meaning of good quality? It is mean that what is the meaning of quality? Quality is nothing but the fitness for the purpose for which it is designed. So fitness for the purpose for which it is designed. So have we designed our students according to the needs or according to the fitness for the industry? So this is the question. And is our curriculum is supplying or providing all the needs to the students, and we are imparting all the education to the students, and are the students are even capable to meet the industrial needs? So this is our topic, and that's why my question is, why revolution needed? Because revolution is needed because simply evolution or simply some correction is not needed. Total revolution is needed because now the problem of employment is very big. It is very dangerous now. So because of this problem, people are doing a lot of efforts, but they are not getting the satisfaction because of the salary what they extracting from the work and the services what they are rendering to the organization. That's why the revolution is needed. Why the revolution is needed? Second thing is we are not satisfying the industrial needs. And why the revolution is needed? Because the world is changing. After 1991, India started to move towards America. We accepted the GATT, General Agreement of Trade and Tariffs. So, because of that globalization and because of that Dunkel, we accepted the open market policies, and because of that, all the big countries they are now they can sell their goods and high quality goods and low prices goods all over the world. And India is a country of 130 plus crores of people in India. So what is happening, our industrialists or our people are not getting that much, they cannot spend a lot of monies on the high technology, and because of the lower technology machines they are producing some goods and they are producing some material, and their prices are high. So we cannot comparing our products with the foreign products in the respect of quality, one thing, and second is with the respect of price also. So we have a confusion what to do and how to get out from this situation. So in this dilemma, the world's Indian industry is in this dilemma. So we must provide them the talented manpower or the talented graduate engineers or the diploma engineers, which are the products of the educational institutions. So if such type of talented people is supplied to them as per their needs, they can do a lot of good things, and in this way, because of lot of improvements and innovations and kaizens and the Bukayokes, they can do lot more things. They can do much more things in the low cost automation also. So with the help of our students as an employee, they can do lot of things to fight in the global market. And because of this, they require very good people. So for that, we require a revolution in the education. And the second thing I want to share one story with all of you, that a story of you might have heard the name of Dada Dharmadhikari. He was a very famous sociologist, and Dada Dharmadhikari has written a number of books on the society and our a lot of problems also. He was very good connected with the Vinoba Bhave and Mahatma Gandhi also. So Dada Dharmadhikari, what happens? One time, one young person came to Dada Dharmadhikari. So he praised him and asked him that, Dada, I am a MA graduate student and I need some job. So then Dada smiled and asked him that, what is your special skills and what do you know, or what you can do. So he again answered that I am I passed my MA degree. So Dada again asked him, but it is okay, yeah, that you have passed your MA. It is very good thing, but what you are, what a role you can be suitable for you, what role is suitable for you, or what you can do. Then that time also he told him that I passed my MA. That time Dada told him that, I am not asking your degree, I am asking your skill level and your expertise in which field you can work. So he has no answer because he have a degree. He has a degree, but not any skills. So this is the story. The moral of the story is we must provide to the industry such type of products, such type of students who can meet the industrial demands. So we must understand what is industrial demands. And second thing is degradation of education system. So degradation of education system is, no one single person is responsible for this problem. Lot of things are there because of which industries are facing problems and educational institutions are facing problem. And degradation of education system is because of number of things. And what are those? So story of degradation is degradation. Story of degradation. What is the story of degradation? You must know that 50 years or 40 years back, when the people who want to be an engineer, they have to face a lot of competition to get admitted in the very good colleges. But in last 25 years, we have seen that a lot of colleges are started, and because of that, the competition is very high for the admissions. And only because of that, we started admitting the people, even 45-50% also. So whenever there is a lot of flow from the society to the education institutions, and there it is the responsibility also of the parents. They want that their son or their daughter must be an engineer because of the higher salaries which they can get, after passing their engineering. So this is the drive from the society, this is the drive from the family, this is the drive or the forceful sending of by the parents, without knowing the inclination of the daughter or the son or their kids. So in this way, there is a big demand from the society for the education industry to supply them engineers. And because of that, a lot of colleges started, and with the donations and all these things also, people get admission. People got admitted in the education engineering colleges, and this is the start of the degradation of the system, because in the uh, 50 years back or 100 years back, education was a noble profession. But because of this competition and because of this globalization and because of this demand and because of the some unethical things also, the degradation started. And because of this degradation, what happens? Less quality raw material. Why this degradation is? Less quality raw material education institutions are getting from the society, from the families. Because in the family, people are very less focused on their kids, about their education, about their homework and all these things. That's why the less quality raw material we are getting. The students are not so much serious than whatever available in the past also. Third thing is valueless system. Our system is getting degraded, and the values in the system are getting degraded. So education and its nobleness and its sacracy, all this getting degraded. That's why we are getting less quality raw material, valueless system. These are the reasons. And the cultural changes. A lot of changes happened. People who are living in the villages, they came to the, so they came to reside in the cities, and because of that, a lot of changes in their cultural and their thought process happened, and because of that also degradation of the education system happened. So societal changes are there because of the globalization and because of the industrial changes and because of the increase in the number of members of the family. Societal changes were also there. Globalization is the basic reason. After 1991, when India accepted the GATT or Duncan, after that the globalization started with a great speed, and because of that, the lot many big companies entered in the India, and their marketing offices, their manufacturing offices started in India, and that's why people are getting big salary job there. And because of that, whole world is a global market, and that's why India is also in the race of that globalization, and that's why the degradation or the impact of on the education. We need degrees, whatever may be the means of getting the degrees, but we need the degrees, and because of this demand in the market, a lot of changes happened in the market, in the education system also. One more reason is technological changes. And what are the technological changes? Because industry cannot stop, technology cannot stop, our minds and thought process cannot stop. So what happened? There are a lot of technological changes happen all over the world, and because of that changes, industry is getting changed. Industry got changed, and because of the needs got changed, and because of that, all the education system got pressurized, and because of that pressure, the degradation follows. Materialistic view of all. In past, education was a noble process, noble thing, noble profession, and after that, it is a means of getting monies or it is a means of getting degrees only. Responsibility of one person, one system, one education faculties or management or the engineering colleges or the industries or the society or the parents or the students. Nobody is responsible, but it is the responsibility of all. All are responsible for this degradation. In the past, our ancestors handled all the situations of foreign attacks on all these things, but they kept the education system in very good manner, and because of all the attacks of British and before that of the Mughals and because of other foreign attackers, our people, our ancestors kept the education system very sacred. Responsibility of and the shortcut method. Nowadays, people want all the things in shortcut manner. They need more and more practical marks, but they are ready to pay or they are ready to acquire or get less theory marks. So they need such type of colleges who can provide you a lot of practical maths, who can allow them not to come or come irregularly in the colleges. So this is the mindset of the parents and this is the mindset of the students. And because of that, the degradation of the education system is there. And casualness of the students. The students are very casual. They are casual about their life, about their career, and they want to be happy and marry, and because of any efforts. So happiness without efforts will definitely push them in some trouble in their life, and this is the reality of the life. But they don't know now, and because of the globalization and the technological changes and the media, they are busy on WhatsApp and Facebook and all other things instead of the studies and their innovative projects and other things. But they are very much casual. So their casualness is increasing the degradation of the education system and the lack of learning attitude. The students are having a lot of casualness and lot of less learning attitude. Some are good, but all are not good, and we need everyone is good because everyone needs some job and everyone is demanding higher salary job. So you cannot say that some people are good but some people are not. So you cannot say that this can be the case. This is the reality, but we cannot accept this type of this reality because everyone is demanding 50,000 rupees job. Then everyone must have that quality imparted to him, and only because of that lack of learning attitude, the students who entered in the industry, they also come out with the lack of learning attitude, and they are not enough capable or they are not in the mindset to learn the programming of the CNC, to learn the processes on the machines, to learn the quality processes, to read out the technical data sheet, to read out the standard operating procedures, all this here. So these are the indications of lack of learning attitude, and these are contributing to the degradation of the education system. So this is about the first or two slides. Somebody has any questions, they can ask, or you are not only questions because you people are also enough experienced people. That's why you can keep your thought process in front of me also. So if you have some thoughts, you can put in front of me in 2 minutes.
The participating members are requested to be interactive. In case if you have any queries, you can in case if you have any questions, then you can ask our expert speaker, or otherwise if you wish to share any of your thoughts with respect to whatever challenges were shared in the last slide, if you wish to add any of the challenges that you have experienced, then you are most welcome. You can unmute yourself and ask your questions to our honorable guest speaker, or you can write your your opinion in the chat box also, so that I will read it out for everyone. That can be done. Sir, until anybody asks any question,
Yes,
You mentioned about the casual attitude of students, and which has you said that this casual attitude of students is because they are into a habit of being happy without any effort, and that has generated lack of learning attitude also amongst the students because they are not ready to put in any effort, so they are not ready to put in effort to learn also. So we would want to understand as to is there any particular solution that can be devised, by the education system to avoid such casual attitude of students?
yes. Casualness, we must reduce it, we must eliminate it, or we must extract it from the student and throw it outside. But it can be done. First thing for that, to reduce or eliminate the casualness of the students, once they entered in the education industry in the first year also, you must have guest lecturers from the various faculties from the industry so that they can understand what is going on in the industry and what will be his role in the industry after 4 years. So for that reason, what are those subjects, what are those things he must learn, he must understand, he must keep ready himself with the knowledge. Because of that, he can be ready for the interviews also. So more and more familiarity of the students with the industry, their industrial tour, their industrial projects, their industrial visit, they can, because of these, if they observe the discipline of the industry, if they observe the dedication of the industrial people who are working there, and if they observe the system, because of what the industries are in the height of the success, so it can reduce the casualness, it can eliminate the casualness, and it can create an interest in the students to know or to learn industrial things or much more technical things. Because we don't know, the students are came by their own willingness, or they started this course because of their own willingness, or with the pressure of the father and mother, or the society or their relatives. So it is our duty, it is our responsibility to aware them, make them aware about the next role, and make them prepare for the next role in the period of 4 years. So this can be done with the students.
Okay, thank you very much for answering that question, sir. I
Yes, yes.
suppose that other members do not have any questions, so maybe we can
Yes,
move
yes.
on to the next slide.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So present education not fulfilling industrial demand. So what is our first question? First question was, we need industrial revolution in education to meet industrial demands. So what is industrial? What is revolution, and what is revolution in education? We discuss all those things, and why we need revolution, because there is a degradation in the system, and that's why the system is not get corrected, but it needs revolution. And why revolution? Because the world is changing, the system, the industries are changing, and industries are the major stakeholders to provide job to our students. And if the students get jobs properly in the industries, lot of people will enter into the industrial, into the education institutions to get the degrees from the education institutions. So we must, this is the area. So there is a degradation in the system, and because of the degradation, what is the impact of the degradation? The impact of the degradation is present education system is not fulfilling industrial demand. So again, the question is, what is industrial demand? 2 or 3 years back, when 3 years back when I was with Mahindra and Mahindra, that time I was discussing with the plant head of the organization, and that time I referred one candidate to him, that sir, I know this candidate, and this candidate is having 88% in the BE electronics. So it is my request that please ask him for the interview, and if we have any vacancy, then we need he needs some recruitment here. So when the plant head heard about the 88% in the BE, he told me that it is very good thing that he got 88% in his exam of BE, but first check that whether he is having common sense or not. So I got very much surprised that why he's asking. So he replied me that many a times I came across in the interviews with such type of students who are having a lot of marks in their exams, but they don't have common sense. So it is his experience, what he shared with me. But what is the demand of the industry? People or the students must have common sense. So anybody can ask, sir, what you are saying, our students don't have any common sense. So it is not our student, it is they are the product of the education industry. So common sense building is not the duty of the only faculties or the colleges. It is the duty of their parents also and the society also. But after that, all of these things, the students must have the common sense, because of what? He must understand the lot of things. Because of common sense he can understand, he can behave with common sense. Because when you enter in the industry, because when you enter in the industry, you park your vehicle in the industry, in the company. After that, you punch. After that, you go to your department. After that, you greet to the superiors, and after that, if you have some section or department, and if you visited there, if you understand, if you take the charge from your reliever, so all those things, some there are, because in industries are there to make profit. And because industries are having the motive of profit making, everybody should work in the same direction to for the benefit of the company, and that's why common sense is required. Second thing is ability to work hard. I stated that the people are very smart nowadays, but they must have the ability to work hard. Many students don't have that ability. They don't want to. I have seen a lot of students who entered in our department for the sake of projects, or as an intern also from the reputed and very reputed colleges, and they got very good marks in the 12th also. But when I observe them, I feel that they are much more busy on WhatsApp and Facebook, and they are gathering in a group, and they are traveling inside the organization, inside the company in a group, and they are laughing, they are talking, and they have not find any project for themselves also. So when I ask them what project do you want to carry, or to with the start, so they ask us also, sir, give us a project. We don't know what to do. So these are the casualness, and these are the things the people are not ready to work in the shifts also. First shift, second shift, they are reluctant to work in production, because production department having a lot of jobs as compared to quality, as compared to purchase, as compared to store, as compared to HR, and all other supply chain also. So production department is having a lot of job, but the people are not, if they are not ready to get up 6 o'clock or 5:30 o'clock and get ready and to come in the company and to handle the people, and to achieve the target at the end of the shift. So it requires a lot of hard work. You have to stand for 8 hours on the shop floor on the production line. So this is very hard job as compared to other jobs, and that's why I am stating that, I am telling you that people must have the ability to work hard. Ability to work smart, it requires smartness is required, because some jobs are tricky. For that you need some computer skills, for that you need some communication skill, for that you need a lot of skills. So it requires the it comes under the smartness, but hardness is related with the your ability to work, strive hard, to work hard. And hard work is also related with the your desire, your dedication, your discipline, and your all the three four things what are there. So your determination also. So hard work is related with that. You have to carry out the work for 8 hours, for 10 hours. If your reliever is not there, you have to continue first shift and second shift also. So you cannot imagine a person who get up at 5:30, who entered in the company at 6:15. He started his shift at 6:30, and at 3 o'clock when he came to know that his boss when his boss tells him that your reliever is not coming today, Sachin is not coming today, and you have to carry on the shift up to 12 o'clock. So a person who get up at 5:30 and if he has to continue the job up to 12 o'clock along with the same 100% output and same type of production with the different people in the second shift also. So it is very difficult job. It is not so easy job, and standing for 16 hours is a terrible job. So it requires hard work. In the beginning, in the 8 or in the beginning months, you feel a lot of difficulties, but after the practice, you don't feel any difficulty in doing all those things. But it is the attitude, it is the attitude of the hard work which is needed, because in the education must fulfill the industrial demand. So this is the demand of the industry, that the people must have common sense. People must they have the ability to work hard. They have the ability to work smart, and after that, the ability to go beyond the job. What is ability to go beyond the job? Ability to go beyond the job means, if I am a teacher, if I am a faculty, if my duty is to go inside the second year BE mechanical students and teach them. But when I was traveling from one building to another building, and if I feel that somebody is doing some bad activity, or somebody is stealing something, or I feel some unethical activities, that time I must stop. I must talk with the security person. I must talk with the senior people of the institution, and I ask him, and I must stop that activity. So this is the ability to go beyond the job. Ability to go beyond the job means, if I am responsible for my first shift, if I am responsible to paint 2,000 parts as a paint shop output in the first shift, but when I feel that first shift output was only 1600. There was a lack of 4400 pieces, and because of some maintenance related work. But ability to go job provides you that ability, that how can I compensate these 400 pieces in the second shift? What can I do? What can I do to increase my production and to cope up with all the demands of the industry or of the customer? So these are lot many things. So if I have some rework pieces and my shift is got over, I can go home. But still I am there. Still I am there. I am doing some rework with some people, and made it okay job, because it is the product of my first shift. I can hand over it to the second shift also. I can take a background. I can take a stand that he will enter and he will hand over to the next department. But it being a responsibility, if I stay back for 2 hours, if I made the pieces okay, and if I handed over to the next department. So this is the requirement of the company. This is the requirement of the ability of the industry, to ability to go beyond the job. Next thing is technical ability. As we people are employing technical people, people who graduated from very good institution, it is the demand of the industry that the people must have the technical mindset, ability to read the drawing, to understand the process, to run the machine, to also identify the defects in the production, to defects in the machine, to handle the manpower. A lot of things are there. I want to communicate what are the demands of the product, what are the customer demands, and I have to communicate it to the workers in such a way that they can understand what is the exact demand from the customer, what are the tolerances, what are the allowances. A lot of things are there. So we need a technical ability from the students also. A very good communication skill. This is also a demand from the company, from the industry, because we need people who can communicate well. They can communicate well with their bosses. What are the problems? Why the machine got stopped? Why the losses are there? They can communicate with their colleagues also. What is first shift production, what to do in the second shift, what is the requirement from the quality, what is the requirement for the production planning and control. So it requires a very good communication skill. A person who is having lacuna in this thing, he must have improved in these things. Next thing is leadership. Everybody has to lead some team in industry. You have to lead a team of some workers. You have to lead a team of diploma people or whatever. You have to lead a team. You have to lead a team of the graduate engineer also. So you must have some leadership quality. Leadership is the quality because of which the leader can impart the goals of the company or of the customer to their team and get the same result, same output in the same number with them. So this is the ability of the leader to motivate their team to achieve the result. So this is the leadership. Next thing is team working. And what is team working? Sometimes I may be a leader, but sometimes I may be a part of the team. And that's why team working is very, very important. A person who is a good leader, he must have the ability to work as a very good team member. So because of this, when a person enter in the industry, they must shape their self, their mindset in such a way that in some occasion I may be a leader, in some occasion I may be a team member. So I have to work in both the roles, and this is the expectation of the industry. And the next thing is the feedback mechanism. And what is feedback mechanism? Feedback mechanism is, for example, if my boss told me something that you have to achieve 1700 pieces up to 2 o'clock, but if I achieved the 1700 or I achieved 1800 or I achieved 1600, in three of the cases, I have to inform my boss, sir, you have given me the target of 1700 pieces. I achieved it. Thank you, sir, for giving me such type of job or such type of target. If I exceed the target, I also tell him that I exceed the target and thank you very much for giving me such type of chance. And if I am below the target, I must explain the breakdowns or some manpower shortage or absenteeism or some safety reasons or whatever it may be, or some training which was arranged by some quality or some safety or some other department, and because of that I could not achieve the production. So this is the feedback mechanism, and this mechanism always needed in the industry. That's why we must make aware about all these industrial needs to our students also. So this is about the side. If you have any question about what I explained, you can ask me, or you can share your experience also.
Sir, there is one very important point that is visible here on the screen, that is ability to go beyond job. Will you help us
Yes,
understand with the help of some like some practical example as to what it is about when we talk about ability to go beyond job, and
yes, yes,
also
yes.
about ability to work smart, both the things, if we can get an actual practical example.
Yes, yes, yes. So ability to go beyond the job, this is the very technical word, and you cannot heard. I don't feel that you might have heard this also, because this is the point in the appraisals in the industry, in some industries. So ability to go beyond job. What is ability to go beyond a job? Whenever I was a trainee engineer in one company in VIP, that time in the appraisal, I told to my boss that I learned CNC programming. That time CNC was new and newly implemented in the industries. And that time in the appraisal, I told him that I learned. I am very much proficient in doing the programs. So he asked me, then what? So I feel very surprised. I was very surprised because I'm expecting very good remarks from him. But he told me that then what? If you learn the CNC programming, then what? So he told me that being a trainee engineer or being an engineer or being an officer, it is your responsibility to learn the machines and all the things related with the machine. It is your responsibility. But if you applied it in your shift, if you done a lot of things for it, and because of that, if the company got profit, then it is very good thing. Only then you can receive some good remarks from the management. So ability to go beyond means what? just I stated you many a times what happened in my shift. I produce lot of things, but I produce also some rejections, some rework, or some material in which quality got quality asked to hold that material because of some problems in that material. So after 3 o'clock, I am eligible to go home. I can hand over all the material to the next department or to the next my reliever, and I can go home. But ability to go beyond the job, it means that if I stay back, if I handle all the problems, if I discuss with the quality person, if I take the drawing and go to the design department, what is the exact drawing, what is the requirement, what is the actual case, and if I solve all the problems and if I make it okay, build it okay, and if I supply it to the next department. So this is called as ability to go beyond. The ability to go beyond the job means if I am traveling and if I observe that some visitor is running, then it is my responsibility to ask him to don't run, go simply walking. So it is, I am not a safety or a security person, but it is the responsibility of the all. And the ability to go beyond the job means if you are doing something other than what you are paid for that. If you are paid for only teaching, then it is okay. But if you are doing some other things for what you are not expected to do that things, but if you are doing as a sense of responsibility for the organization, for the company, then it is called as ability to go job, ability to go beyond the job, and ability to work smart because what to speak, what not to speak, where to speak and where not to, where to keep mum. So this is the smartness. Smartness not is not, it is not the only single thing. Lot of things combinedly can produce a fragrance or a scent or a flavor of smartness. Lot of things, and those lot of things that you have to follow the hierarchy in the industry. You have to greet the people who are senior with you. Who you have to talk in a very polished manner with your colleagues also, with your peers or with your subordinates also. You have to follow you have to follow the industrial norms of talking with them also. So smartness is a combination of lot of things. Smartness it combines your software knowledge, your computer proficiency, your ability to read the document, to analyze it, to communicate with the people, your flexibility and your result achieve orientedness. Lot of things are it's a combination. Smartness is a combination of lot of things. So you must be smart enough because survival in the industry is not so easy, and survival years on years it is not easy, it is very difficult. So that requires smartness. So you must understand the needs of the management, you must understand the needs of the customer, you must understand the needs of your boss also. So because of that only you can be successful in the industry. This is called as smartness.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for answering that. We have one more question. I suppose this question was from the earlier slide actually, and the question is asked by Mr. Balveer Chand sir, and he is asking that as to whether the college level study is sufficient for industry. By study, he is referring to learning the concepts, and also are the students conceptually sound once they learn from the colleges, or is industrial training required to learn the concepts as well?
Sir, I must say thanks to Sunil sir because asking
Balveer Chand sir. Balveer.
Balbir Chand sir for asking such type of question. It is very very thankful to you. I am very very thankful to you. For this reason, I can tell you one story. What happens? There was a boy, or you can say that a young person of 17 or 18 years only. He was studying in one school or college, in the junior college, but he was not so much. He was not having any background from his family or from his society or from his relatives also of education. That's why he was not enough capable to talk in English, to understand the science and their laws and Boyle's law and Charles law and all those things. And that's why all the time the teachers and the other students also, they all the time he is a matter of fun for the other people. So what happens once he has a business of traveling from one side of the one bank of the river to other bank with the help of a boat. So he has a business of selling or all these things. So he always, it was his job or his family job, that his parents used to do it, that passengers from one village to transfer them to the next destination. Many a times in the when there was no college or school, he has to go there and he has to do the help his father also. What happens once his father went for a marriage to some other village or in other district, that time Saturday and Sunday was there. So what happens? Some students and few other staff members were there. They want to go for a birthday party in the next village, and for that the shortest route was across the river with along with his boat, in his boat. So they traveled. They start the boating, and they start discussing him also. Have you memorized the laws, and what is about your study and what you are doing? You are wasting your time in this boating and all these things. And if up to 12 o'clock, if you don't have know the law, then I feel that your all 12 years must you have wasted your 12 years of education. So what happens when the boat was in the middle of the river, because of the some cyclone or these things, and the boat started taking rotation or yeah, gravitating in the that river, and he has a feel that the boat can deep in the river, and that's why all got frightened. All the students and the members all got frightened, and the person who has having his name was Ganesh. So they all are requesting him to save their life in this cyclone and this river. That time he Ganesh was as he has no much more experience of boating or sailing, but he was trying a lot to save the boat from immersing or dipping in the river, and that's why he was trying, and and all the people are requesting and requesting. That time he smiled. When he smiled, all the people asked him, "Yeah, why you are smiling in such a panic situation? Why you are smiling?" So Ganesh told them that I have a question. And they asked them, "What is your question?" So he asked them that, "Are all of you are do you know swimming?" So all they told him that in the childhood I went to learn swimming for 4 days, 5 days. Somebody told I never gone for swimming. So all this type of answer. So that time he replied to them that I wasted only 12 years of life to memorize the laws and all those things, but I feel that you wasted your all the life because you don't know swimming, and there is a possibility that the boat can get deep in this river. But unfortunately he tried his best, and there was no case of such type of case or danger to their life. But what is the moral of the story? Only learning a lot of things or learning the concepts, it cannot help you 100%. Learning is a concept. Being a student, it is the responsibility of the student to learn it. It is the responsibility of the student to work very hard to get very good marks. But while working in the industry, industrial work is not only technical work. It is a combination of lot of things because it is life. Life is not 100% technical. Life is much more difficult than technical problems. So he has to solve the technical problems as well as he has to. So he has to manage the manpower. He has to do a lot of things. He has to do a lot of problems. He a lot of solve a lot of problems with the common sense also. So there are a lot of things. So working as an employee in the industry, it is as good as life. And teaching or learning in the education institution, it is only learning. So learning is not life. Learning is a part of life. So if you want to be a successful in the industry, as per your statement, it is a very good thing that you what you stated. You make your students much more familiar with the industry and industrial life. For what daily I meet with 4 or 5 students from mechanical, from electricals, from other a lot of branches. People contacts me for the jobs. But that time also, when I asked them that are you interested to work in the software or are you interested to work in marketing or are you interested to work in some other discipline or some other job profile, that time 10 years back it was a case that they said yes, but now a case that people are after 2008 and global slowdown period, people have a misconception in their mind that if I switch over to software, there may be a possibility that I may be escape from the industry when there is no projects or there is no work. So, students replied me that yes, sir, I want to work in the core branch only. So, in this fashion, I can tell you that if you want to be successful in the industry, conceptual learning and all those things, which because of the efforts of the faculty, it is very, very important. But awareness of the students with the industrial life and after being mechanical, what will be my job profile, what will be my role in the industry. So, what will be my role being a software engineer, being a mechanical engineer, it is very, very important. So, getting them aware about their role in the industry, this is very, very important. So what you people are teaching and what the students are doing, it is very important. But apart from that, this is not 100%. You have to do a lot of things to be successful in the industries. Okay.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. I suppose that
Okay.
resolves the query. And Balvir Chand sir has also said thank you. So we
Thank
can
you,
move
sir.
on to the next slide. Yes, thank you, sir.
Yes. So we discuss about why education system is not fulfilling the demand and what is the actual demand of the industry. So networking and following the hierarchy. Following the hierarchy, I already explained. Discipline is very, very important because without discipline, not a student, not a country, not a family, not an education system, or not an industry can run because industries are working for profits and we need disciplined people who work in the system because if you want to work in the system you must work in the discipline because without discipline you cannot work in the system and our industries are not manual based, they are the system based and only because of the system because if one manager got changed other manager can come and he can run the department, if one worker can change other worker will come and he will run the machine. So this is because of the system and to work in the system you must have a disciplined attitude in your personality. Following the hierarchy means what? If you are an engineer and if there is senior engineer, if there is some assistant manager, deputy manager, manager, you have to follow the hierarchy. You cannot contact directly with the manager, you have to contact with the superior. If the problem not gets solved, you have to ask to the assistant manager, to the deputy manager who is looking after the role. So this is mean that following the hierarchy. Okay. One more thing is must be there, that is called as innovativeness. All the companies use requires innovative people. And why innovativeness is important? Because the market is changing, the world is changing because of globalization. Some new things are getting in the market. You must heard about Gulshan Kumar, and Gulshan Kumar is well known for the T series. But what happens when the CD players are came in the market and CDs came in the market in the period of a night, and one fine morning he came to know that now there will be no business for the T series or for the cassettes. Now there is a business of CDs player. So this is called as technological obsolescence of one thing and entry of some better things in the market. So we require innovative people, and for that you must have some out of box of mentality. And the people who is having some out of box mentality, they can create some new things in the company. And in the company also, people are very much familiar to work with the present scenario. Present scenario means present layout, present machine, present manpower, present all the things. So, a person who is having the innovativeness in his attitude, he can innovate new things, and because of his innovative attitude, industry can get benefited, department can get benefited because of that. He must have a logic. He must have a logic in his attitude, logical attitude. If I want to do it, why to do it? If I don't want to do, if I somebody has suggested me not to do it, then why not to do it? Because of the hierarchy, I can accept the order, but after my shift, I can discuss with the superior what is the reason behind this. So logical attitude is very important. Many things which are not stated in the drawing, but because of the logic I can relieve it what is stated in the drawing and what is not stated. I can better say that we can hear the spoken words, but logic is the ability. Because of that, you can hear the unspoken words also. And there are a lot of unspoken things in the system. It is the lacuna of the system. It is the deficiency of the system. All the things must be stated, but still there are a lot of things which are unspoken. Some things are stated in the drawing which are unspoken. Some demands are from customer which are unspoken. Some customer requirements which are in the drawing or which are in the technical data sheet which are unspoken. So we must understand the unspoken things, and this ability of logical ability can help you to read the unspoken thing, unstated things in the drawings or in the technical data sheet or in the standard operating procedures. Relationship building, no work can get completed without relationship. If you are working there, you must accept the industrial atmosphere. If the atmosphere is noisy, then you have to wear the earplug, but you cannot curse the situation. Why it is so noisy? Why it is so hard? Why there is no any ACs are there? So you cannot curse. Cursing the situation is not the ultimate answer for the situation. If you want to be successful, you have a very good relation with your bosses, with your seniors. You must have a very good relationship with your colleagues, with your subordinates, and the people who are working in the other departments also. You must understand their requirements also. What they want to, what is their expectation from your side. You must understand. So without relationship building, this cannot be easy to work there. And a result orientedness, this is a very important characteristic which must be there in the students or who want to work in the industry, result orientedness is very, very important. Because what happens at the end of the shift, at the end of the general shift, at the end of the first shift or second shift, you are responsible for some results. You are responsible to deliver some deliverables what are expected from you. So for that reason, you must have the ability of result orientedness. At the end of the shift, what happens? If you run, if you are playing in IPL, if you are fielding on the boundary, so if you judge the catch, you ran behind the ball, and what happens? You drop the catch. So is it the result? Is it the result expected from the lot of fans of the Chennai Super King or Mumbai Indians? It is not the result. What is the result? You must take the catch. So if you are a bowler, if you ball very good, but you are a ball, very good length ball, the ball got swing also, but and the batsman also got beat. But the ball, if ball not touches the bat, and if the keeper also took a very good catch, but what is the result? The batsman is out. What is that? How is that? Ball batsman is out or not? And if the umpire decision is not out, it means that the result is not achieved. The result is not achieved. And in industry, our every shift, our 8-hour job is for achieving the result. Every day the company moves 1 mm, 1 cm or 1 meter ahead towards their target. So this is the expectation of the industry, and because of this, if these things are not present, because of this, the industrial demands are not fulfilled by the education system. That's why we need some improvement, and that's why we need revolution. So this is the case. Where is the gap? The gap is there. All are shouting that gap is there, but where is the gap? Industry is I have already stated, industry is a business for profit making, and everybody must work in the direction of achieving the goal stated by the customer, stated by the management, stated by the department head, stated by the manager, and stated by my boss. That's why we all work in this direction. There is the gap. Learning only is not sufficient. I already stated to some question. Learning is not sufficient. Learning is essential, necessary things. You must be learned, but it is that ability of the person to implement his knowledge in the industry. This is important. You must be knowledgeable. For that, you are spending your 4 years in the education institution. You must be knowledgeable, but it is your ability to implement your knowledge in the industry. This is important, and this is not happening. So this is the gap. The students should be aware about the role of their role in the industry. Deliverables are important. I already stated deliverables are important because everybody has to deliver something. Everybody has to deliver something, deliver some results, and we are there. We are getting the salary for that. So is getting one punch and one lunch, 2 punch and one lunch. This is not important. For this reason, we are not entering in the industry. We are entering to deliver some results, and efforts with results are important. This is a true statement. Every effort, every run behind the catch, but if you lose the catch, this is not important. Taking the catch is important. End of the day, with no result is a crime. This is a very true statement in the industry. If you completed your 8 hours in the industry, but you have not achieved the result, it is not good thing for your survival in the industry. So end of the day, with no result is a crime. Lack of attitude, fighting, struggling, achieving the result. So lack of attitude, this is the gap. You must be a fighting person. You must be a struggling person. You must be a person to achieve the result. But fighting for what? Achieve the result. Struggling for what? Achieve the result. Sense of responsibility. This is the very famous statement from my side. What is the difference between a worker and a general manager? What is the difference? What is the difference between a general manager and a worker? And I always stated this, that the sense of responsibility, this is the difference between a worker and a general manager. And again, at the end, work not done. Work not done if it is the case, and if you have provided lot of explanation, but work not done minus all the explanation, what will be the result? The result will be work not done. So many a times I stated the Hindi poem, and what is the word of the poem? The word of the poem is टूटे हुए सपनों की सुने कौन सिसकी. जिनके सपने टूट गए हैं, the people whose dreams are broken, they are not completed. Nobody want to hear or understand their story of failure. So you must be a result oriented, and not in once in a year, not once in a month, not once in a week. You must be a person who can achieve the result daily, hourly, and this is the need of the industry, and here is the gap. So we must achieve, or we must fulfill the gap. So why unfulfillment? Why this sense of fulfillment in the industry? It is because what students we are getting from the institutions, lack of knowledge of role. They don't know for what they are responsible. So it can be done. It can be done after a period, spending some period in the industry. Lack of knowledge of role can be this deficiency can get completed. Lack of knowledge of business, how the business work. I am responsible to supply the machine part to the next department, but because of some reason I got a delay, and after delay I send the part to the next department. But what happens? I know the complete business cycle. When the final dispatch vehicle will get dispatched from the industry, from the company, if I know that before that, how many department, how many processes, how many sections are there, and what is their cycle time. So before and up to what time I have to deliver this product. If I don't know about this, then what happens? It will called as a delay in the system. So knowledge of the business cycle is very important. Lack of knowledge of industrial working, lack of knowledge of industrial working. Why unfulfillment? Because people don't have knowledge of industrial working, and for making them aware about the industrial working, industrial tools, industrial assignments, industrial projects, industrial live problem solving, industrial internship. These are the reasons. These are the ultimate things which can complete the role of the engineer in the industry. Lack of knowledge of industrial appraisal system. This is very important, because if you don't have the knowledge of the industrial appraisal system, you cannot survive in the subsystem. You tried very hard. You work with very smartness, but ultimately at the end of the year, if your KRAs are not yet completed, then you will not get a good rating. You will not get good salary revision. And for that, what is there is fulfillment? Because the people must have the practice of chasing the goal. If you are a good batsman, and if you are playing 50 balls in the IPL, playing 50 balls, but if you are not scoring 100, if you are not scoring 90 runs, then it will have a stamp on you of a test player. You will not be suitable for the 2020. And in the changing atmosphere of the business, all need a batsman who has ability to hit huge success. So knowledge of industrial appraisal system is very, very important, and you have to chase the run rate. An example of software industry. What is the example of software industry? In software industry, I asked one senior person of software industry that, sir, I have some reference of some B computer science people. So what is your suggestion for those people? So he asked me, what is his expertise? Do he has expertise, some certification in Python or some machine learning or some in .NET or in some C Sharp? What is his expertise? I stated him the expertise, but he told me that I asked him, sir, please tell me where is the gap? So he told me that, sir, there is no gap. The gap, there is no gap, there is a valley between the college pass students and the requirement of a software industry. I asked him, what is the gap? He told me, sir, they must understand our business process. What is our business? We are getting some job work from the customer. The customer may be Indian, he may be American, he may be abroad customer. So what is our business process? We have to communicate, we have to understand the requirement of the customer, we have to chalk it down, we have to interrelate with our technical things, we have to communicate to our colleagues or our subordinates, and we have to get the project done in the required requisite time of the customer, time frame of the customer. And for that reason, we have to negotiate a budget with him, and against for that, we have to do some communication on mail, some verbal communication also. So this is our business process. But the people who are very much familiar about their course or curriculum, they are not familiar about with our process. And that's why when they entered in the software industry, we got a lot of problems because of them, and because of them we are unable to achieve the results in the required time frame. So this is causing the sense of unfulfillment in the industry. So this is the example of the software industry, and again example of the manufacturing industry. In the manufacturing industry, work is needed or the result is needed hourly basis. Hourly basis, we have to send some messages to our process. So a person with a result orientedness, or he must have the understanding of the cycle time. In what time I have to complete this. So this chasing is important, and people who started their job in the industry, they don't have any attitude or they don't have any sense of such type of chasing, and because of this a sense of unfulfillment arises in the industry from working with the meritorious students also. So this is about why this unfulfillment is. So revolution in industry is possible, but before that, if you have some your queries or your questions, you can ask me, or you can feel to free put your some your experiences also for 2 minutes.
If any of the faculty members, if you have any queries, you can always unmute yourself and ask our honorable guest directly. And if you wish to share any of your experiences, you are again welcome. You can unmute yourself and share your experience also. In case if you are not comfortable sharing directly on mic, what you can do is you can write your experience or you can write your query in the chat box as well, and I can read it out to our expert. It's a request.
Okay.
I
And
suppose there are no more queries, sir.
yes, yes, and in the last also you can place your queries or your experiences also, or your questions.
Sure
Okay.
thing, sir.
So,
Please.
so this is my statement that we are not far behind our target. We are running. We are running to achieve the target. But what is happening? we are running parallelly. So if you are running parallelly, we can reach the beside of the destination, but not exact at the destination, and that's why some alignment with the route, alignment with the path is important, because we faculty members, we are getting a very wrong, very not very good quality raw material from the society, and the people who don't have any who don't have any seriousness about their career and about their education and about the teachings, also about the periods also, and the students who don't have who are having very casual attitude. So we faculty members need to deal such type of students, and we have to produce a lot of good things from these people. So this is a equally important and equally challenging job as good as with the industries, because in the industries also we are having a lot of problems of raw material getting delayed from the raw material, and once when we get it, we have to catch it, and we have to deliver to the next department. We have to buy some bypass some system, we have to do some innovation, we have to do a lot of things, and we have to run it fast, and we have to achieve the results. So same way I can suggest that we have to align with the path. We can make alignment. We are not very much differ from what we are doing, but we have to do some alignment, and this alignment is called as revolution, and this revolution in education is possible. Alignment of curriculum with the industrial needs. Yes, we must align. We must adopt some industrial things of what we are needed from the industry. If we are having a lot of mobile market, and hundred crores of people are now using mobiles, so can we align our curriculum with the mobile setup, their manufacturing, their troubleshooting, and all these things. Project management. Every industry having some projects, they are having some new departments, or they have some new projects starting. So project management is a separate role, and every industry needs some people to do this project management, so we can do work on these things. Plant erection and commissioning. Every industry, some industries are starting, some industry are doing some expansion. So for these, they need some plant erection and commissioning activities, and for this they require people. So if we understand this, and if we add this in our curriculum, this will be a addition, and one step ahead for the revolution. Low cost automation. Every industry want to cut short their prices, they want to compete with their competitors. They need the competitive advantage over their competitors, and for that the students or the industry or the education institution can help the industry by doing some low cost automation live projects in the companies, and the students who did this, they definitely get stuck, or they could definitely get absorbed in the industries, and this is low cost automation, very very important. Tool room and tool management. Many colleges have the high-tech machineries, high-tech facilities in their college. If you send our students to make tool room or tool management projects inside the companies who don't have such type of facilities, they will definitely welcome your students, and they will definitely give you some opportunities to do some corrections and do some projects there. And because of this, you will get a very good rapport with the industries, and very good recruitment there also in the industries. So revolution in education is possible, but because of this attitude, it can get possible. Audit support. Every industry is having audit of ISO 9001, ISO 14000, ISO 18000, or audit related with the aerospace standards, or AS 16949. All these are different types of audits related with the integrated management system, IMS, or EHS. Lot of audits are there. So if you provide them support as a project by the students in the audits, then what happens? you will get a very good rapport with the industries, and it will help you, and it will help you in the revolution. Inventory management. This is again, you can do projects in inventory management, and industry can get benefited because of your projects and because of the students. Supply chain management. Industries can get interns from your side to do projects on the supply chain management, and students also get a very good experience of supply chain management, because what happens after passing the BE, everybody wants to go in the software, or everybody wants to go in the production. If the company asks you to go in supply chain, if you have a pre-experience in your internship or some live projects, because of some live projects, industry can happily recruit such type of students in the supply chain, in the stores, in the HR also. And certifications. So every industry has to complete a lot of certifications, and if the students help them with by means of their live projects in certification, you will create a very good rapport with the industries, and it will definitely help you. And system management. Every company is working with subsystem, and by means of some live projects, in the students and the institution help the industry in system management. Then and then the revolution in education is possible. So these are my thoughts about the revolution. Second point is revolution in education is possible, but by some other means, and that is that I already stated: industrial live projects, industrial internship, industrial tours. Industrial tours are not the picnic. It is not. It is not the picnic. It is for learning a lot of things, and that's why you must change the mentality of the students, that you are we are in the visit of industrial tour or industrial visit, but it is for learning. You must know the layout, you must know the how are the machines are working, how the people are working, and what are their problems in the problem bank. Training guest lectures of industrial faculty. Revolution in industries in education system is possible with the help of inviting the industrial guests in the colleges, and the lectures on different topics on the 5S, TPM, COCA, and the world-class manufacturing practices, and quality management system, production management system, inventory management system, lot of certification, lot of things. So arrange lectures of industrial faculties in your college, so that the people or the student can get actual know-how about the industry. And the second thing is training of interview skills and preparation. I always told people that interview is not a one-day international match. It is a product. It is a final product of your 4 years effort, and that's why always prepare for make your preparation for the 4 years for the interviews. And always I put some example of Amitabh Bachchan. Amitabh Bachchan, before delivering any dialogue, he practiced that dialogue for 12 times, 50 times, 100 times also. So after practicing for 10, 20, 50 or 100 times, then delivering the dialogue, it will create a magic, it will create a impact on the viewers. So this is the requirement. And because of such type of practices, revolution in education is possible, and skill development is very, very important, because anybody without a skill is of no use to the industry. So always focus on the skill level of the students, and give them focus for the skills. So this is very, very important, and revolution in education is possible, because these are the again things. Prepare students for their role after 4 years. Will I be a software engineer, or a production guy, or a quality guy? Whatever I am, whatever I will be, but I must know about my role. Industrial training of faculty. So it is my suggestion to all of you that if you are having experience in teaching of 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, or 20 years, but the world is changing. And that's why industrial faculties must undergo through industrial training and live projects for faculty. If you visit any industry, if you discuss with any department manager, ask him for his problem bank, what are the problems of the department, and how the department can perform better, and how we can help you to solve your problems. So he will definitely welcome you, and he can share his problem with you, and with the help of your expertise and your technical knowledge, you can provide him the better and better solution for the live projects. So this is because of with the help of this revolution in education is possible. Finding innovative solutions. So innovation is not a compulsion. Innovation is a need. Innovation, because of innovation, you will keep your value in the system. You will keep a pull for you in the system. You will not get devoured anytime, anywhere, if you have a attitude or a capacity of innovation. So this is very, very important for the students and the faculties also. And respect can be earned. Respect can be earned because of your knowledge, because of your innovativeness, because of your hard working, because of your smart working, because of your relationship building, and because your ability to achieve the results. Your result orientedness, your ability to go beyond the job can earn respect for you. So this is very, very important, and this attitude can bring the revolution in the education. And ultimately, my final statement is शिक्षक कभी साधारण नहीं होता. This is the statement formed by Chanakya. So what Chanakya stated, शिक्षक कभी साधारण नहीं होता. The people who are working with such type of raw material from the society, and they are producing a lot of good products for the industry, for the nation, for the society. The people who are making best from the waste, this is my personal opinion, that they are not a simple or a normal people. They are the people who are having the huge potential inside them, but revolution is needed to extract that potential of creating best from the West. And this is the need of the era. This is the need from the industry, that you must provide best from the West. And this is the challenge. And I hope that the young people, learned people, experienced people like you must accept this challenge, and you people must bring the revolution in the education, so that your job, your institution, your management, and your students are also safe in this changing environment of globalization. So it is my request to all of you, and I must say thanks to all of you who accepted my views, and with so much time spending, you spend your time and understand what is the industrial atmosphere is, and what is needed to bring the revolution in the education. So thank you very much, and this is the all from my side. But now, if you have if you want to produce your some thought in front of me, then it is welcome. If you want to ask some question, then it is also welcome.
All the participating members are requested. In case if you have any queries or questions, you can always unmute yourself and talk directly to our expert speaker, or to our resource person, Honorable Mr. Amol Pusadkar sir. In case if you are not comfortable sharing your questions directly, or sharing your opinions is also equally welcome here. So if you wish to share your opinion also, you can unmute yourself and share your opinion directly with all the attendees. In case if you are not comfortable unmuting yourself and talking directly here, what you can do is you can type in your question, or you can type in your queries, or you can type in your experience in the chat box, and I will be able to, I will just read it out for the attendees as well as for the resource person. So if you have any queries, you can please just type it in the chat box. Sir, I suppose there are no questions as such.
Yes,
So,
yes, yes.
okay.
Talking is related with their day-to-day life, and it is about to give them the flavor of the industry. So it is not very difficult. I hope that all can understand it, and they can work about what I have stated on the focus. They can focus on the points. And thank you very much for all for listening, and thank you very much.
Oh, yes. On behalf of the organizing committee of this faculty development program and on behalf of Ballarpur Institute of Technology, Ballarpur, sir, I will extend my many thanks, our many thanks to you for accepting our invite and taking out time out of your busy schedule and, agreeing to our request on such a short notice. So, thank you very much for being with us. I will now request all the attending members. This is for your information that a feedback form will be shared on the WhatsApp group shortly. You are all requested to fill in the feedback form. The feedback form will remain open only until 11 p.m. tonight. So you are all requested to fill in the feedback form for this particular session. You will receive the feedback form in 5 minutes or so on the same WhatsApp group in on which you are receiving the links. So please fill in the feedback forms. And as all of you are aware, our first session from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Has already, we have already completed our first session, that is from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. We will take a short break now and we will resume our session at 5 p.m. So our second session is from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. The schedule for this entire week has already been shared on the WhatsApp group. I hope that all of you are active on the WhatsApp group and are reading the messages which are being sent by the organizing committee members. So our second session will be conducted from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and you can join by using the very same link that was forwarded to you. The link which you have used to join the group right now, the very same link can be used to join back again from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So thank you very much all the members. We will now take a short break from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. In the break you can fill in the feedback form. Thank you so much.